Welcome to the Torrent This Top 10, the show where Michael and I choose a topic, decide our own top 5, and then combine them to make the Torrent This Top 10 list. Our topic today, the top 10 animated films of all time. Let's get into it. Welcome to the Torrent This Top 10 best animated films of all time. I'm Dando. He's Too Sweet Michael.
I'm Michael, and it's Tuesday. It's Too Sweet Tuesday.
It's not Tuesday. You just broke the fourth wall. The third wall or fourth wall?
Fourth wall.
Yeah.
What do they think? We fucking record it that goes out live.
They're watching it live.
Fools! It's Too Sweet Tuesday. My number 5 might be controversial. It's Toy Story 3.
Okay. Why is Toy Story 3?
I just feel like the Toy Story movies have gotten better and better as they go along. I thought it was interesting too, having the toy as like the real villain. That bear?
The bear, yeah.
Yeah, it's better than some kid that's trying to just blow him up. It's like, oh no.
Yeah.
It's like this is, I'm an evil sociopathic toy. I mean, that's awesome. When did the first Toy Story come out?
1995.
So we've now had 20 years of Buzz and Woody.
Yeah, and they're still relevant.
They are. They'll always be relevant.
Because
toys are always, toys.
Yeah.
You know what that is.
But Nicola's younger cousin, he's now 2. He's obsessed with Toy Story.
Yeah,
he's only 2. Like he's born 2 years ago.
Transcends, I believe.
Yeah. My number 5 is Despicable Me.
Okay, cool. I did not have that in mind.
I like this movie or this franchise because it's cool to see the supervillain as the good guy.
Yes.
Like not only is the supervillain the good guy, but it created this whole new franchise in the Minions.
Yes.
The Minions are the most ridiculous thing in the world, but they're hilarious.
They are.
Have you seen the meme? I'm going to actually play it right now. I'm going to give us 6 seconds, so I'm sure we'll get away with copyright.
Okay.
Y'all some funny looking motherfuckers.
I do like Minions.
Yeah. So that is worthy of being number 5. No, but I just love, like I said, supervillain's a good guy, and the Minions are funny, but it's just, it tells a genuinely good story. Like, it's a supervillain who adopts these, like, welfare kids.
Children, yeah.
Yeah.
How's that even happening?
I really can't remember.
Unimportant!
Number 4. Take it away.
How to Train Your Dragon.
I thought about that for you.
I thoroughly enjoy that movie. It's a toss-up between 1 and 2. They're both really good
I haven't
movies.
seen number 2.
How to Train Your Dragon has this novelty factor with me because they've made their dragons act just like cats, which is really funny. Yeah, their mannerisms and everything, exactly the same as cats, apart from the flying and breathing fire.
Maybe they can adapt.
They'll move into it eventually. Yeah. I just like it because it's a somewhat original entry into the animated movie genre. It lends itself really well to the animated genre as well. I mean, dragons and Vikings and dragon racing and all sorts of stuff. You can't do that live action.
Yep.
And it's also just thoroughly entertaining.
My number 4 is SHREK.
Okay, I didn't even remember that was a thing.
The reason SHREK isn't higher on my list is because I feel like they've done it to death. And they should not have made 3 and 4. They should have stopped at 2 at
There was
the
a
most.
4?
There was a 4th apparently. I haven't even seen it.
Wasn't there a Puss in Boots movie as well?
Yeah, like so it spawned spin-offs as well. Puss in Boots was funny, a bit overrated in my opinion. But SHREK, much like How to Train Your Dragon, a very original concept, getting all the fairy tales into one thing, but it put its own unique spin on it.
Yeah.
And how good was John Lithgow as Lord Farquaad as a villain?
Yes.
It revitalised Eddie Murphy's career.
Did it?
Well, it didn't, but it made him relevant again. Because Eddie Murphy doesn't like the limelight anymore, but being behind the mic...
because he kept getting caught having sex with trannies.
Yeah. It gave him the outlet to be Eddie Murphy again, without having to be on screen.
Now, did SHREK come out before or after Pluto Nash?
2001 was SHREK. I think Pluto Nash was in the late 90s.
Okay. Because that was his masterpiece.
Yeah, it didn't revitalise his career, so to say. He would have made a lot of money from it.
Yeah.
But it was his last hurrah. Number 3. But before we get into number 3, it's time for the Aggro Bucket Pop Culture $30 gift card giveaway. We asked you all the facebook.com/Torrent Facebook page this week. What is your best animated film or your favourite animated film? You all commented, which means your name's in the draw. Michael's going to draw a winner. Go for it, Michael. Shit just came out.
Alright. It is Cleo Sids.
Ooh, that's not a good
Interesting
last name.
I hope that's your real last name. Because sudden infant death syndrome, not funny. Finding Nemo.
Congratulations, you won a $30 pop culture gift card. Maybe you can use it to buy Finding Nemo memorabilia.
Yeah, or get that SIDS checked out.
Yeah.
My number 3, again, controversial, but I feel like if at least 60 to 70% of the movie is
I have a
animated.
feeling our
counts.
number 3 is the same.
Okay, what's yours?
Space Jam.
No. But if Space Jam's on there, then you can't say anything about Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
I had considered but then I'm like, Michael's going to have that on his list.
Yes, I am.
That's because of how much you love Jessica Rabbit.
Oh, I'm just gonna...
And then that's why I was like... Space Jam is my number 3 too, just for the same.
Okay,
like,
yeah.
You go first, why? Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Okay, so I get to say this because mine came out first.
Yeah.
I think that whole blend of having a predominantly animated film with live action actors in it is really cool. I mean, I think the first time anyone ever saw that is when Mickey Mouse was dancing with that guy, but no one cares about that.
I remember that. I used to watch a movie when I was a kid from the 50s called Song of the South. And that's had that kind of stuff in it.
That sort of stuff in it. It's just really cool when it's done well. And I feel like it's done well in Who Framed Roger Rabbit because they don't try and shy away from it. They actually kind of shine this spotlight on it. It's like, he does not belong here.
Yeah, they make it
He's very clearly in a cartoon world. And it's not like they're trying to be like, oh, he's a cartoon as well, he just looks different. It's like, no, he's like the only real person in this cartoon world. And the story is really cool too. It's like a murder mystery with cartoon characters.
When the dude gets run over at the end?
Oh, it's terrifying. Or when the guy gets dropped into the...
Yeah. What about when he's like, he kills the character and drops it in the shit? I was like...
Yes. That's a horrifying movie. That movie will scare the shit out of you. But it's a really cool story, and murder mysteries don't really go into the animated realm very often. And I thoroughly enjoy it. So.
For almost the exact same reasons as well, like Space Jam. It's so different. It's the fact that it's Michael Jordan when he was still like in his peak Michael Jordan on the boss mode. I love that it brought reality into it too. It's like Michael Jordan has retired from
playing
basketball. And
he's terrible at it.
And he's really bad at it. Another tidbit for all you Space Jam fans out there, the official Space Jam website is still
up. Oh yeah.
How awesome is that?
Yeah.
Like it's the most terrible website in the world.
But it's still there.
Yeah, it's still going.
There.
Number 2, Michael's going to have this on his list for me.
Oh, what?
Toy Story.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. You pretty much explained what's really good about Toy Story. It's transcended. It's still relevant today. I was going to bring up how Nicholas Cousins too. We've discussed Toy Story already.
Yeah.
There's nothing else much to say about it, but it deserves to be on the top 5. So.
Yeah. Mine is, I think, the newest one on any of the lists so far, and that's Wreck-It Ralph.
Didn't even think about that.
Wreck-It Ralph is amazing. It's right up my alley. It's just like, hey, you love this sort of shit. I'm like, hey, I do. Wreck-It Ralph could have been my number 1.
Really?
It could have, but I wasn't a fan that they spent all their time in that stupid Candyland. If they had gone into the Mario world and shit, like if they had gone into some recognizable places.
I don't think they would have been allowed to.
No, obviously not. But that would. Well, they had Bowser. It's great. It's full of those Easter eggs that like gamers and stuff like. So that movie was made for me.
I love it when what's his little dude that hits the hammer? What's his name?
Fix It Felix.
When he dies.
His feet leave the ground.
I pissed myself laughing.
Yeah.
So good. Number 1.
Can I guess your number 1?
You can.
I thought it was Toy Story. Now I think it's Lion King. Yes. So I got 2 points.
Yes. The Lion King, very much like Toy Story, is still relevant now. But for people my age, I feel like The Lion King still holds more of a place in your heart than what Toy Story does. Got a killer soundtrack as well.
Okay.
It tells a better story of good versus evil.
Yes, but that's... Toy Story really fails miserably at that good versus evil until the 3rd movie.
Yeah. Scar, you just do not like him. He kills Simba's father.
No, that's
that
bad.
scene where he kills Mufasa stays with you, man. When you're a kid watching that, you're like,
no, everyone knows that scene. Everyone who's alive today knows that
King
scene.
Mufasa. That stays with you. Now it's got the successful Broadway play.
What do you mean now? I think it's been going for like 10 years.
Yeah, it's transcended not just cinema, it's now in live theatre as well. It's just one of those movies, great soundtrack, great story. I love it. Lion King's my number 1.
You want to guess my number 1?
I had it as Final Fantasy.
No, that movie's fucking atrocious.
I didn't know whether I thought you would have liked it.
Yeah, just because it's got the words final and fantasy. Generally, you would be right. My number one is The Land Before Time.
Oh, I considered that for my list.
Specifically, The Land Before Time where they get the baby T-Rex.
I nearly brought Littlefoot in, put him there.
Yeah.
It was going to be a late inclusion. I'm like, do I have this pick on me of The Land Before Time?
Yeah.
I'm so glad it's getting recognised on this list.
It's so good. When I was a kid, I could watch The Land Before Time constantly.
I think it was my favourite movie as a child.
Yeah.
When I was really young.
What was that? What was the baby pterodactyl's name?
Petrie.
Petrie. There were times where
Should I
like...
go get the characters and bring them here so we can
Do it.
discuss? These are the ones that I have.
Yep. Littlefoot.
Petrie.
Petrie.
Ducky. Was it Ducky?
Ducky, yep.
I can't remember this guy's name. What was this guy's name? He was the one that used to eat. He was just
Yeah,
fat.
just did nothing but eat.
Yeah.
Where's Sarah?
Excuse me. I don't have Sarah. I don't have the T-Rex.
No, he was only in it for one. But he's my favourite. Because you just got these guys. These guys don't know anything about Tyrannosaurus Rexes. They're just like, hey guys, plants are fucking great. That's their whole thing. And they find this T-Rex and they're like, hey, we'll make you a plant eater like us. And he's like, I don't want to eat plants. I want to eat bugs and maybe one of you. And then...
That's right, I remember, and he tries to eat one of them.
Yeah.
He tries to eat Petrie, doesn't he?
Yeah, probably. Petrie gets beat up all
He's
the
the
time.
comic relief.
He is. He is. But you also feel sad for him. Like when he's flying, but he's getting tired, and oh my god, that's lava. Oh, stay up, Petrie, stay up!
I feel like we're in Mr. Doubtfire. You know when he's playing with the dinosaurs?
No, I don't.
Have you not seen Mr. Doubtfire?
No.
Oh,
I see. So you say Doubtfire, I say Firefly. We found this land, and we will call it this land. It's like, curse your inevitable... No, curse... What is it? Curse your surprise yet inevitable betrayal.
I do remember that sentence.
Yeah.
So 11 4 times a good number
11
one.
times, it's good. You can put the whole franchise in if you want.
It's like 12.
They're just fun.
Who would have thought two grown men would have so much fun with little finger puppets?
I know, and I haven't even put my fingers in there yet.
Does anyone remember these? They're from Pizza Hut. 1988, I believe these came out.
Which one was this? Which one was this one called again?
This was for the first one.
No, this one.
Ducky?
Ducky.
Ducky.
Oh, Ducky, I love you. Put your hand up against the glass. I'll get out of here one day.
So,
Petrie's in prison. Land Before Time. Petrie goes to prison. Oh.
Thanks for watching the Torrent, top 10 best animated films of all time. Our episode next week's the top 10 TV.
I'm a Tyrannosaurus.
Oh no, don't wreck it. Top 10 TV films of all time. TV films. Top 10 TV themes of all time. I'm trying to get it all out in one big spiel. Thanks to our official sponsors, Pop Culture and 80stees.com. Links to their stores are in the description of this video. What are you doing?
I'm just because you're wearing an 80s tee.
This is available on 80s
called
tees.
fucking marketing, dickhead.
Thanks to everybody that's liked us on Facebook. If you haven't yet, links down there. Click on it and you can enter next week's competition and win the $30 Pop Culture gift card. Michael, any final words?
Don't get pregnant.